All right, it's getting messy in here again. I got some used lumber cut off pieces from Dawson's building. There's some cherry, maple, pine. I got some old trim that had gotten wet from a job. Miscellaneous stuff here. Running through the table saw. I'm coming up with some ideas on how to trim out around these posts. So these metal posts support the I-beam, the steel I-beam up there, the 12-inch. And there's a stud about here and here. This sticks out about an inch. And so I cut 1.25 inches and I want to attach them to the stud. And then I'll put a face board over this. And that can be painted. And that'll give us a place to mount our pump. And it'll give us another place to mount other items on there. And I might come up, once these two sides are on, figure out the height of my pump and weld some kind of bracket to that, because that pump's kind of heavy. I don't want to rely on just screws, whatever. I don't want that falling off the wall, but I might do a metal bracket on that. But I'm running these through. I didn't set up a camera for it, but here's some of my cut off pieces. It's raining outside. We got some freezing rain going on. It's a good thing to do in here. Our walls look pretty good now. Our ceiling looks good. I just want to finish trimming this off. I started putting some of the electrical back together. I got to pick up some covers and things. And I want to trim out that door, the back door over there, trim out this window, and trim out that front door over there. So the thing I did do off camera is I finished cutting these sill plate pieces. They never ran a full piece in, and so I did them. And then I think I'm going to bend some aluminum to come out and then down. So this is about 1.5 inches, so I'll come down about 2 inches. And what that'll do is it'll kind of seal that off, being a wood, portion. Over there I did some aluminum. I might do the same thing. Okay, I furred out this wall up to the beam and this wall. And now I'm going to take plywood. I think that'll work just fine. And I'll rip that and install it. So I notched the plywood around the beam. And I think it's enough left there. I told you I was going to spray foam, little cracks, whatever, paint it. I want to cut down on air loss. It's warm enough in here. I see little moths flying around. We've got 70 degrees, so this old stove's working out good. Closing this building up tightens things right up nice. This plywood should give us plenty of strength to hook like that pump to. And I know that the steel pole is just inside here, so I can drill that out and put a metal bracket if I ever want to. So I think I'm going to leave it at that as a cleaner look. So there's the plywood attached on there. Put it on with air staples, so they're held on really well. And now it just needs painting and finish putting the covers on. Over here, same thing. I got that boxed in. Now I got to put the cover on that. We could probably install a light over this door. Well, it's been raining for days, so this is a good time to do this. I want to take and trim out the windows. And the doors. I got to make extension jambs, because the door frame was not as thick as a wall. So I got to come out with this measurement. So I'll measure that. It looks like about 3/4 of an inch, half an inch, whatever. I'll measure that and I'll rip them on the table saw. I got the boxes done up there. They just need, caulking, painting. And I got that one done. I want to make a frame for the fan up there. I'd like to come out far enough that it goes past the motor. Right now the motor sticks out about 2.5 inches. So I'm probably going to think of maybe 2-inch foam and cut, a 12-inch, whatever it is, square 2-inch foam. So if I ever want to seal that off in the cold months and not turn it on, I can have a box. I'll make a box for that. And then I can slide the insulation in there, and the foam would work great. I do that for attic hatches. And that would pretty much trim that off. And then down here, I want to bend aluminum and have it come over and then down the block. I'll do that on the siding break. I don't know what's going on with this latch. I think this goes around and touches into the door, so I don't recall why that's like that, but we're gonna fix that. We gotta do the same thing. As the door is not as deep as the wall, so we gotta make a little extension jamb for the door. Over here, same thing. And then the casing can be put on. I want to use something simple for casing. Could be just a 1x or whatever. I gotta see what we got. Over here, the window. This is a little bit deeper yet. This is probably 1.5 inches. So I gotta cut the drywall a little bit. I gotta finish cleaning up the mess here, but I wanna get this cut, put that on, and put casing around this window. And then the base all the way around, I want to bend aluminum on that, and I got to do it over there up by that door. Up here at the ceiling, where that drywall come in around that steel post is that holds that I-beam up. I just want to caulk that, seal that up, and then on that 2x10 that covers part of that I-beam, I just want to finish the framing going up and then back to the wall. And so prior to that is I'll lay in some insulation inside that I-beam, because on the other side of that is pine and then the outside siding. So there's no insulation where that I-beam is. Got to get my covers, put them on. I want to run a bead of caulk along the edge of the drywall. That's where some of our heat loss is going. It's probably getting trapped around this beam and then being like sucked up. So I want to seal that off, do that on both sides. I've still got, you can't see it, but there's a bathroom vent that goes out that wall. It goes over and hooks up to right there. So I got to get that extension. This tripping over my lumber in here. This door here is a closet, and I don't know the reason for it. I don't really want a closet in the garage. I think it's great to have more storage, but you can't put anything here because you got to be able to open the door. And so I find this, that I put my broom, shovels, whatever here, that I always got to move them. Behind that is another bathroom. So I was considering extending that bathroom out in the future, making it, a couple feet bigger, and then putting a full shower in there, maybe a walk-in shower, not a tub. And if I did that, on the other side of that wall, right in here, is the main stack, drain, and hot and water that goes up to the bathroom upstairs and this bathroom. So I think a little wash sink right here would be awesome. This is about 3 feet wide. I could put one of those little tubs in here, the little white tubs, and be able to clean my paint brushes, wash my hands when I'm greasy. Maybe make this corner like a maybe a little wash sink with a shelf, little mini fridge or coffee pot, something like that, so it's a little bit of a break area. That way I don't have to take my stains, paints, and things into either one of the two kitchens there. We got one downstairs, one upstairs, but and then clean out brushes and stuff. I think it'd be great right here in the garage. So that's something I'm considering. That's the other one we got to bend aluminum over. So there's a lot of little things to do here yet. Got to finish trimming this out. We still got to do, I got to pick up like 10 2x6s I want to place across here. Beef that floor up so we can put a lot of storage up there. My little handheld in this mess here, little handheld winch crank. I want to put it from here, so I want to beef this upright. It's pretty stout now, but I want to put another upright against it for strength. Run our cable up, go up through that floor system, down to our stairs, jack that up. And then our railing supports, now that our ceiling is finished up there, I want to put some bracketry up so that I can support this loft, get this post out of here, and then I got to get all this debris out of here. You can never keep anything clean because, one project after another. We have to find a spot for the air compressor. It's just a small Ingersoll Rand I've had. Get that either up in the loft out of the way or somewhere. I got to start putting my pegboards in, my covers on. I got a couple more lights because you can see some shadows up here. A couple more lights up that I've got somewhere. And still moving along here. Just a little trim work so we can get this garage in order. Okay, I took my oscillating tool and I trimmed off the excess drywall that came beyond the side of the window. Now I've got a little scrap board here, I think. Right here. There's my pencil paper. Now I want to measure the distance from here to here to make a jamb extension. And I'm just going to write down an average. And like right here is like 1 1/16. Sometimes they will be different if either the framing wasn't square, the window wasn't installed all the way. Like that's just about 1 inch. Same. I want to get an average, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to rip a little board on the table saw. I've got hardwood, softwood, I got casings, I've got all kinds of stuff in here. Plywood. I don't really want to use plywood like this because when you put that on, you can see this side, and that'll look terrible. So I'll probably use whatever else. And then I'm going to nail that on. I'm going to keep it nice revealed across. And then when we go to put our trim on, it'll be nice and flush all the way around. So I'm going to write down the length, the width, the height, and then an average on the size, and go ahead and rip them on a table saw. We'll get them attached. Okay, now I got the extension jambs built, the 2 side short ones and the top one. Now we're going to go ahead and put our trim on. And trim that I have is baseboard, and that's fine. I don't have any other use for it. We'll use it. It'll look great. And that trim that I use is maple. See how nice that is when it's done? But anyways, it's cut off pieces from Dawson's Building. I saved them because I can't throw away good material. And the way I like to do it is do my inside measurements. In this case, it's 72.5. Jot that down. What I like to do is a reveal where it's like, 3/16 or something all the way around. And that'll look pretty good. So I'm going to do my upright, 23 1/8. Jot them down. And because it's baseboard, it's got that little groove on it. I think I'm going to miter it so it'll look better. So each one will have a 45, and that'll look fine for this. Just a garage. Use the materials that I have. Confirm the measurements, yep. Confirm the seam. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll take this number plus 3/16 on one side, plus 3/16, and then we'll add 3/8 to our number on all of these, and then we'll attach them with a finish gun. Okay, I just use this little chop saw to do my angles. The baseboard's 3 1/4, and it's prime pine finger joint. It's just cheap crap that I had out in the shed. So here's our window with our extension jambs. So this looks pretty decent. I thought it might be a little chunky because it's 3 1/4 wide instead of casing 2 1/4 wide. But I think it looks great with that scale of window. Now I just gotta paint everything, get the screens off from here, scrape that window because I did overspray because I slipped a little bit when we painted the wall. That's all right. That'll scrape off, and then finish painting that up, and that looks good. So what I'm going to do is move on to that other door and that other door, and then we'll go on up above here. So that's what she's going to look like. I don't have enough of it. I just want to use the materials I have. I don't know, in a garage, once this is full of crap, it's hard to see one and the other at the same time. And there's actually brick molding around that other door over there. I got a little bit of that, not enough of it. Brick mold goes on the outside of a door, not the inside. But that's what they used. I'll probably be removing that one door because I really don't like a closet in here. I'm worried about the fire code, that kind of deal. I don't know why they put a closet in here. But anyways, it's looking good. I'm going to continue on.